What is Adobe Illustrator? An illustrator is a vector drawing primarily used for graphic designing. What is a vector? While a design in a vector is an image that can be scaled to infinite without losing arc quality, it's in opposite to the bitmap image, like a photo which made out of pixel and has a set resolution. But don't worry, you can still use bitmap image inside the Illustrator. It's just not that the best. When you first open the Illustrator, you will create it with the home screen. There are few represent to choose from list of recently opened files, and what's the most important, the new file button. Upon clicking its menu and pop up with the same setting, you can customize for a new file like size, measurement, unit, how many artworks you want, and some advanced options like color mate, quick tip, use RGBs, anything that is digital and anything that you want to be print. After setting everything up, clicking the create button, you will reach the most important part of the program, which is the workspace. Everything you see in a screen right now can be customized and moved around. Every tool menu and panel, there are different workspaces present for a different workflow, which can be accessed on the top right corner of Illustrators. For now, let's select the essential classic present just so we have both on the same page. I think present is very good for starters. The workspace Illustrator can be separated into different parts. Knowing them will help you understanding the software. On the very top, we have a header. It's filled all the menus. A lot of things in Illustrator can be done in several different ways, but more often than not, you can find what you are looking for in the menu. Down below, you have a control bar. It only one of the most important element of workspace because it context box, meaning its context will be changed depending on the object and tool you have selected. For example, notice how new options like a font and paragraph appear when you select the text. Below the control bar, we have a document tab. Each tab in a different file you have opened. The most fundamental Illustrator tools and one of you spend the most time with you. That is the selection and entire object group and clipping mask, entire clicking or dragging. This tool is also used to move, scale, rotate, and round corner. The direct selection tool, the shortcut is a letter A used to select and move individually path, anchor points, and handles. It also select individual objects inside the group and clipping mask. If you have to fill, you can click on blowing the corner is also possible. The group selection tool, no default shortcut. Use the select object inside a group without having ungrouped them. The magic wand tool, shortcut is a letter Y used to select object with similar properties such as color and stroke. It select any object in your documents, including ones in a group or clipping mask. Option for a magic wand can be changed in a magic wand panel. The lasso tools shortcut is a letter Q. It selects any anchor point inside the path drawing, including from the object in a group and clipping mask. The pen tool shortcut is a letter P used to draw path. Each click adds a new anchor point to the path. By dragging the mouse before releasing the click will add a handle for a curve. Clicking back on the first anchor will close the path. The Add Anchor Point tool shortcut is the plus symbol. It adds a new anchor point to the path. The Deleting Anchor Point tool shortcut is a minus symbol. It removes an anchor point from the path. Bonus tip: if you hold the Shift key while removing the anchor point, the path will recalculate it to stay in the same. The Anchor Point tool shortcut is C. Used to add, removing, or edit handle, you can anchor point. Clicking on the curve anchor point removes the handles and clicking the dragging add them back. Dragging the handle with the tool will move it independently for the other ones, and curve tool shortcut is Tiddle. It is similar to the pen tool but automatically create a curved path. The type tool shortcut is T. Clicking anywhere at text, clipping and dragging while create a text box. Click on top of the already existing text to edit it. The area type tool, no default shortcut. Click on path tool to create next inside it. The type on path tool, no default shortcut we have, but click on the path to create next to the follows path. And vertical type tool, no default shortcut is also for it, but anyways you can create a vertical text. The vertical area type tools is click on the path to create a vertical text inside it. A vertical path is a tool like a path to create a vertical text that allow a path. The touch type tool shortcut is T, while works similar to the selection tool but the individual character on the text. It click on a character to bring up the bonus box, and then you can scale, move and rotate. The line segment tool shortcut is backslash. Clicking and click and drag to create a line. The arc tool and arc, the spiral tool, no default shortcut is also for it, but click and drag to create a spiral. Use the up and down arrow keys to change the number of cycles and spirals. The rectangle guide of a cycle tool is default shortcut. Click and drag, create a rectangle guide. Use the arrow key to change the number of columns and lines. A polar guide tool, no default shortcut is for it. Click and drag, create a polar guide. Use the arrow key to change the number of subdivisions. The rectangular tool shortcut is letter M. Click and drag rectangular, holding shift will create a perfect square. Round rectangular tool, no default shortcut is for it. Click and drag to create a round rectangle. Holding shift key will create a perfect square. Use a top or down arrow key to change the roundness. The LSP key tool shortcut is L, and drag to create, and holding shift will create a perfect circle. The polygon tool is no default shortcut key. Click and drag to create a polygon with all the sides same sizes. Use the up or down allow key to change the number of sides. The star tool, no default shortcut. You can simply click and drag to create a star. Use up or down arrow key to change the number of points. Hold command or control while dragging the change of size of the arms. No default shortcut is for it. Click and drag to create a light ray and the halo. Then click on the decide direction to add the light rings. The object create already have blend mode selected, so you can just place the flower on top of an image of illustrations. The paintbrush tool shortcut is B. Click and drag, create a smooth path. Click like a hand drawing style. Holding Alt after you can drag the mouse will create a closed path. Press the square bracket key to change the brush size. The belt brush tool shortcut is B. Clicking the drag to create a fill component path. New path will emerge and exist in one of the six. Click and drag, rotate selected object. Clicking anywhere the artboard will change the reference point of the rotation. Holding shift will look the ratio in a 45 degree. The reflect tool shortcut is O. Click and drag to reflect the object. This tool can also quite confusing. The easiest way to use it, hold and shift the drag observing the reference point. The scale tool shortcut is S. You can select the object holding shift key and scale organize horizontally, vertically or proportionally to depend upon the direction you drag. Click anywhere in the artboard to change the reference point. The share tool, no default shortcut. You can simply scale the selected object. Clicking anywhere artboard will change the reference point, and holding will lock the tool on the horizontal or vertical axis. The reshape tool, no default shortcut is for that, but you can reshape it. The tool is funky and can also add a lot of anchor points. There is a better way to reshape path. The wet tool and shortcut is the W. Click the drag and stroke to change its width. The specific point it wet tool adds these handles which can move the edit wherever you want. Well, this is an overall about the tools. There are a lot of other tools. You can also go through it by yourself and you can do a practical work, then you will be more similar with it. So thank you for watching the video.